The iPhone 5. Released all the way back in 2012, it's still a common phone to find people carrying around, and its design still lives on in things like the iPhone SE. If you still have one of them, chances are it's running iOS 10, or 10.3.3 to be exact. And while things like press home to open and the widgets page are nice, but what if you wanted something a little more nostalgic, and maybe even have it run a little better? Well, I'm going to show you how to downgrade any iPhone 5 back to iOS 8, and all you'll need for this is an iPhone 5 running iOS 10.3.3, a computer, and the software I'm about to describe. And just a warning, you will lose all data on the phone during this process. The first thing you'll need to download is the jailbreak app for iOS 10.3, and the next is something called Cydia Impactor. Both are linked below in the description. First, plug in the iPhone to your computer, then open Impactor and make sure it shows the name of the phone. After it does, just drag the Helix IPA file onto the Impactor program. It'll ask you to put in your Apple ID and password, and this is completely safe, so don't worry. It'll run through a few things and give you a status bar. At the end, it may or may not cause an error, but this is usually normal and doesn't actually affect anything. Now on the phone, you should see a new app called Helix. If you try to open it, it'll stop you, but all you need to do is go to Open Settings, tap General, then Device Management, and click on your Apple ID and click Trust. Now you'll be able to open Helix. Just tap the big jailbreak button and follow through whatever it tells you to do. Your phone's going to restart, but when it does, Cydia will be on your home screen. Just click Cydia and it will prompt you to do an upgrade. Just click Essentials only. Then go to the Search tab and search Filesa and follow the prompts to install it. That too will be on your home screen, and when you open it, just tap the back arrow a few times until you can't go back any further. Now click on the System folder, then the Library folder, and then finally go into the Core Services folder. In here, search the word System V, all one word, and click on the one result. Tap the blue Info button. Now there's two things in here that you need to change. First is the product build version. Delete the existing value and replace it with 10B146. Second is the product version. Again, delete what's in there already and replace it with 6.1.2. Now tap Save and then Done. After you've closed out of that, restart your phone, and you'll notice that when it turns back on, it'll show a progress bar. This will finish and it'll turn on as normal. Now after all that, just go to Software Update, and this is where it gets fun, because it'll show an update available for iOS 8.4.1 even though you're on 10. After a second or two, it'll start downloading, and when that's done, all you have to do is tap Install Now. It should go through the normal updating process and install it like any other normal update. When it finishes, you'll be greeted with that classic slide to set up prompt. Now, I got this error because it wouldn't recognize my SIM card, but you probably won't. But even then, I fixed it by just putting in another SIM card and it went straight to the home screen. Now you're on iOS 8, but you're not done yet. It's all full sorts of glitches and problems, so just go to Settings, then General, and click Reset to erase all content and settings. This wipes all the leftover garbage from iOS 10 that iOS 8 doesn't know how to deal with. When it's done, set up the phone as normal, and then feel free to use a fully functional iOS 8. Enjoy stuff like the old spotlight and multitasking, plus the much improved speed from iOS 10. This should work on any iPhone 5, and I'll do a more in-depth video on what you can still do with iOS 8 soon. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.